friends. Welcome to the Inspiring You Show. If we ever met, I'm Henry. This is going to be the Immersed in Higher Self Quantum Reiki Energy Healing Meditation, really about a fresh start building the field anew. So, we have lived so long in the paradigm of separation, convinced of its permanence that the thought of deep unity feels almost foreign. Yet, over the coming years, many will encounter a profound connection with their higher self soul. For some, this will be the first conscious awareness of their higher self soul's presence. For others, it will be a deepening, a further immersion into this expansive energy field. This is not just an individual journey, but also a collective evolution. With the influx of light flowing through humanity, the higher self is becoming a tangible reality for millions. It's no longer a distant concept, yet an experience of embodiment and trust. So recently, I experienced the fires in Los Angeles at a point where I was told that the fires were a quarter of a mile from my home. And I did evacuate, so I was in a safe place. Yet it was a frightening and deeply uncertain time. One of those moments where fear feels very tangible, larger than life, larger than anything else, and the unknown looms heavily. Yet my consistent practice has been what did support me and continues to support me. And during my meditation, I was shown in various times two profound images. At first, one of them startled me, a candle flame, because given the recent fires in Los Angeles, the image initially felt unsettling, stirring memories of destruction and chaos and trauma. For many of us in Los Angeles right now, fire can possibly be a symbol of fear and loss. Yet it kept coming through. And so as I sat with the image, its deeper image and meaning began to unfold. I was reminded that fire has a dual nature. While it can be destructive, fire also has a energy force of safety and transformation. It brings warmth, light, protection, and also has the power to clear away what no longer supports, making space for renewal. So, making that space for renewal. And when you really understand that this space for renewal is happening, it also connects back to the energy themes that we've been talking about this month, the last couple months. So the guides were really, by bringing this image forward, they were supporting and gently shifting to zoom out my perspective, reminding me of being multidimensional, and then showing me also the beneficial aspects fire has brought to humanity and the earth. And so a series of vivid images appeared during my meditation. I saw our ancestors gathered around a fire, its warmth offering safety and community in the darkness. The flames provided light to guide their way, heat to cook their food, protection from predators. Fire was a tool for beneficial survival and connection, a spark that shaped the evolution of humanity. And then next, I was shown the earth itself, where fire played its transformative role in the natural cycle. I saw volcanic eruptions forming new land masses. And then the understanding also how wildfire is clearing away dead growth to nourish the soil. and the bright glow of the sun, a constant life sustaining flame for the planet. And through these images, the guides reminded me that fire is not solely a force of destruction. So the guides were reminding me that fire is not solely a force of destruction. It is a source of transformation, renewal, and creation, always working to bring balance and open pathways for growth. So this realization also then brought a sense of reverence for fire's duality and its vital role in interconnected web of life. This perspective helped me shift my understanding of the candle's flame, allowing it to also then symbolize much more profound. And this was really the purpose of what the guides were bringing in. They were bringing in the understanding that a candle's flame can also be connected to the steady guiding presence of the higher self soul, illuminating the path forward even in challenging times. So in this context, utilizing the image of the candle to explore the transformative light of the higher self soul. I also do, though, want to be sensitive to the trauma of what many of us have been through in Los Angeles, as well as anywhere in the world, in regard to talking about fire or even candles. And the meditation we're going to be doing, we will be working with that imagery of a candle and really connecting it to the higher self soul in regard to working to support healing trauma, and then also bringing in the beneficial reminder of the dual nature. While fire can be overwhelming in its destructive form, the candle reminds us of a gentler guiding presence, that a single flame can illuminate paths, provide comfort, and create a sense of safety even when there's uncertainty. Or you could look at it in another way in regard to light. You could look at like a flashlight. That was another image that they gave me, was a flashlight. That there's a dark room with someone holding a flashlight. And this person couldn't see the whole room at once, but the flashlight's beam revealed a path through it, one step at a time. The light illuminated corners, doorways, objects hidden in the shadows, helping them understand the space and navigate it with confidence. And that light illuminated these corners, doorways, and objects hidden in the shadows, making the possible overwhelming darkness feel manageable. And the purpose in this meditation that they were showing me, from the candlelight to the flashlight, was to remind how the higher self soul works, providing enough light to help us take the next step, offering clarity and guidance even when the bigger picture isn't clear. And in connection to the single candle burning in that same dark room, the candle believed it was insignificant against the vastness of the darkness. Yet as its flames flickered, it revealed the walls, the windows, and an open doorway. Beyond the doorway was a vast star-filled sky, and the candle's light did not extinguish the darkness entirely, nor did it control the stars, but its presence changed everything. It illuminated paths, inspired movement, and reminded me of the power, even in the smallest light, has to create clarity and calm in the unknown. And so again, these images that were being brought through in my meditation were supporting me, helping to process the overwhelming energy of the fires while also reminding me that even in the face of immense challenges, we are never powerless. Whether it's a flashlight or a candle, the light within us has the power to guide, inspire, and illuminate possibilities we may not have seen otherwise. And both that flashlight and candle served as reminders of the role of the higher self soul playing in our lives. It didn't illuminate, and it doesn't illuminate the challenges or the unknown, yet it provides guidance, clarity, and a steady light to navigate through them. When fear and overwhelm take over, connecting with the higher self soul is like turning on that flashlight or allowing that candle that is lit to support you, and it changes everything. So the flashlight and the candle as symbols of trust and inspiring action. The flashlight, the candle symbolize our connection to our higher self souls. The flashlight symbolizes conscious, inspiring action and trust in the higher self soul. It requires us to actively turn it on and point it where we want to go and trust its light to show us the way. That is the flashlight. The flashlight requires us to actively turn it on and then point that flashlight where we want to go and trust its light to show us the way. And they remind us that even the smallest light can transform how we experience darkness. Neither, again, eliminates the challenges entirely, yet both empower us to see clearly, take action, and trust the process. And let's just differentiate between the flashlight and the candle. Discernment. The candle, on the other hand, symbolizes presence and the power of simply being. It doesn't require action, but reminds us that even the smallest light can have a profound impact on the darkness around us. Because unlike the flashlight, you don't need to point it in the direction. It is about allowing the light in the room. So together, these symbols illustrate the dual nature of our relationship with the higher self soul, activating trust in its guidance and quiet confidence in its steady presence. The thing is, though, with the candle and the flashlight, you do have to utilize your free will to turn it on and allow your higher self soul to be embodied and shine its light. And that's where practice comes in, where you are allowing yourself to consistently be in practice, even when you're like, oh, I don't feel like it. Because in these bigger moments, that practice comes into play because you have already been in practice of turning it on again and again and reaching for the tools. And so that's when this fear and uncertainty, when that takes hold, the higher self soul becomes our steady light, helping us to navigate even the most overwhelming situations. This is January when I'm recording this and doing this live streaming. This is January 22nd, 2025. On December 24th in 2024 in the evening, I felt really sick. I had a huge chest cold that came in. And I basically then canceled all my holiday plans and was living on my couch or in my bed for, pretty much like 4 days straight. And then the chest cold did take a while for it to really move through my system. And then we had the fires that came in, which then having a chest cold really, I was just starting to feel a bit better, but then the particles in the air. And so I had been living with this experience in the last couple of weeks of just having a lot of just, mucus in my lungs and that feeling of just, trying to clear your throat. And it's only been in the last couple days that I have felt, wow, okay, I feel good. I feel good. And I'm so grateful for that. And I'm sharing that because even, having tools and doing energy work, the body may be purging something. And it's not right, wrong, good or bad. There's an isness. And can we be patient with the process? And then also other things can happen that then can exasperate or, or then where you're feeling better, then all of a sudden there's something in the air that you're breathing in that's then affecting you. So then it could lead to taking longer to your body fully healing from that chest cold. And I'm sharing this because sometimes there can be a lot of impatience with the process of living, healing, humaning. And it's just for me, I just look at it as continuing to show up and use the tools and practicing patience and knowing in that really knowingness of like, okay, what can I do, that's beneficial to support me? And then also practicing the mindfulness of, really setting those intentions of asking for the healing to be complete when it's beneficial for the highest good. And then allowing myself to continue to move forward and understanding that there's so much going on that I may not understand, and to continue practicing patience and compassion with the process. And I feel like sometimes when I hear sometimes people are getting, having cold, they can get frustrated or they want it to move faster, getting out of their system, which yes, but also possibly no. We're in a process of being multidimensional and there's a lot more going on than we even understand. And so showing up to use the tools can really make the difference in your experience. And also then having gratitude when you do wake up, starting to feel like, wow, I feel really good and I'm grateful. And I also gained a lot of wisdom in this last month. It's been like almost a month where I really began to understand the discernment between having a chest cold versus allergies versus, wow, there's particles in the air that are causing my body to respond. If I didn't have that chest cold, I'm not sure I would have also then expanded my awareness to really dig in to understand the difference between how my body responds differently to chest cold versus allergies versus, wow, there's something in the air that my body has a lot of mucus on that it's trying to protect my, my organs, my lungs and such and such. And so I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful that I did get a chest cold, on December 24th because it brought in an expansion of consciousness for me that on a level of discernment that I didn't have before. And so with that then in this work, it's really about, you know, where am I in the experience? And understanding also then when this fear and uncertainty that may be taking hold, the higher self soul can become a steady light, helping to navigate even the most overwhelming situations. And it doesn't mean that you're going to get all the answers right away, but it can support you in navigating. So, in today's meditation, we are going to work with the imagery of both the flashlight and the candle. The flashlight will symbolize the practical guidance of the higher self soul, showing us our next steps in the present moment. The candle will remind us of the profound impact even the smallest light can have, creating clarity and calm amidst the unknown. And we are going to begin by acknowledging any fears or uncertainties we're carrying, and then support, then bringing in, guided visualization or, knowingness, connecting to holding a flashlight in our hands, its steady beam cutting through the darkness and revealing the next steps on our path. And as we walk, we'll notice then a candle burning nearby, its warm glow illuminating an open doorway and the star filled sky beyond. Again, the flashlight's beam will illuminate the path forward, while the candle's flame will remind us of the star filled sky beyond, the vast, supportive field of the higher self surrounding us. And this is then going to allow you to really have a fresh start in building the field anew. Because with this, it really supports you in understanding that this practice invites the higher self soul to guide us with clarity, inspiring us with presence, and reminding us of the profound impact of even the smallest light. This meditation is not about erasing the darkness, yet it's about finding strength, calm, and clarity within, guided by the light of our higher self soul. It is not about controlling the darkness, but about trusting our inner light to guide us through it one moment at a time. And so, with that, then there's going to be reflection prompts. What areas of in your life you feel, surrounded by possible uncertainty or darkness? What areas of your life do you feel like you're navigating a dark room, unsure of the way forward? How can you consciously turn on the flashlight of your higher self soul to reveal your next steps? How can you embrace the flashlight of your higher self to support those inspiring intentional steps? What does the image of the candle remind you about your ability to impact even in the smallest ways? What does the candle remind you about the power of your inner light even when the path feels uncertain? So let us step into this practice with inspiring intention and openness, trusting that the light of the higher self, whether the flashlight, the candle, will always guide us forward one moment at a time. Let us step into this practice with trust and curiosity, really knowing that the light of the higher self soul, whether a steady beam or flickering flame, guides us forward, even in the darkest times, one moment at a time. And so then this meditation is going to guide you to profoundly connect with your higher self soul. And by working with the symbolic light of the flashlight and the candle, really allowing you to explore clarity, trust, and renewal. And these symbols represent the dual aspects of the higher self soul, active, inspiring guidance, and quiet presence. Through this journey, you'll release fear, embrace light, and expand into your infinite potential. So, with that, my friends, I'm going to close my camera because you do not need to see me. And I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable position. Create an environment where you feel safe, calm, undisturbed. You may want to dim the lights if you feel called to. You can play gentle music in the background. And then once you find a comfortable position, either laying down or seated, I invite you to either close your eyes or lower your gaze and begin with 3 slow, intentional breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose, drawing in grounding energy. Hold your breath for a moment, feeling the stillness within. Exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing tension and heaviness. And do that 2 more times. Again, breathe in through your nose, drawing in grounding energy. Hold your breath for a moment, feeling the stillness within. Exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing tension and heaviness. One more time. Breathe in through your nose deeply, drawing in grounding energy. Hold your breath for a moment, feeling the stillness within. Exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing tension and heaviness. And now, silently or out loud, if it resonates with you, set an intention to connect to your higher self soul. You may say, if this resonates, I open my heart to the light of my higher self soul. I trust in its guidance, calm, and infinite wisdom. I open my heart to the light of my higher self soul. I trust in its guidance, calm, and infinite wisdom. I open my heart to the light of my higher self soul. I trust in its guidance, calm, and infinite wisdom. And now, imagine, sense, visualize, or being knowingness that you're standing in a completely dark room. You're standing in a completely dark room. The stillness is profound. It doesn't feel threatening, just unfamiliar. Tune into your surroundings. As you're tuning into the surroundings, feeling the texture of the floor beneath your feet. What does that feel like? Sense the air around you. What does the air feel like? Acknowledge how your physical body is feeling. Is there any tension or stress or heaviness or aches and pains? Acknowledge how your mental body is feeling. Is there any thoughts? Acknowledge your emotional body. Acknowledge any feelings of uncertainty, fear, or resistance that may arise. Everything is welcomed here. These emotions, these thoughts are welcomed here. Acknowledge your spiritual body. Is there any blocks to connecting to your higher self soul? And remember, it's all welcomed here. And now, with each breath, allowing yourself to soften into this darkness, reminding yourself, the light is within me, I'm safe. The light is within me, I'm safe. And it feels right for you to say this out loud or silently to yourself. If it resonates, please do so. The light is within me, I'm safe. 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 And then in your hands, you notice a flashlight. Feel its weight and texture in your palms, a solid, reassuring presence. When you're ready, turn it on. Notice how the beam of light cuts through the darkness, illuminating the space around you. Begin to walk slowly, using the flashlight to guide you. With each step, the beam reveals more objects hidden in the shadows, corners of the room, and even a path ahead. As you're doing this now, take a moment to reflect. In what areas of your life do you feel surrounded by uncertainty or darkness? In what areas of your life do you feel like you're navigating a dark room, unsure of the way forward? Take a moment to allow the information to come to the surface. And then, how can you consciously turn on the flashlight of your higher self soul to reveal your next steps? How can you embrace the flashlight of your higher self to take inspiring, intentional steps? So, with that flashlight in your hand, if you haven't already turned it on, let yourself turn it on to allow the light to support you in moving forward or downloading information or wisdom to support you. Allow yourself to activate the flashlight of the higher self soul. Activate, activating the flashlight of the higher self soul. Letting yourself reflect on how the flashlight represents active, inspiring guidance, your higher self soul providing clarity, direction, reassurance, one step at a time, providing clarity, direction, reassurance, one step at a time. And now, as you move forward in the room, the flashlight reveals a small candle burning on a table nearby. You're discovering and seeing it. Its gentle glow feels inviting and steady, and you're drawn to it. You approach the candle and observe its flame, noticing how it flickers yet remains constant. Feel its warmth radiating outward, softening the edges of the room, softening the edges of this dark room. The candle doesn't reveal the entire room at once, but it transforms the space in a different way, creating comfort, safety, and a sense of presence. So, with this connection, the image of the candle now, the candle's reminding you about your ability to make an impact even in the smallest ways. What does the candle remind you about the power of your inner light, even when the path feels uncertain? As the candle's light grows brighter in your mind's eye, you notice it revealing now a window and an open doorway. Beyond this open doorway, you see a vast, star filled sky. Step through the doorway into the expanse of the star filled sky. And as you step through the doorway into the expanse of the star filled sky, feel the infinite energy surrounding you, a vast field of light and possibility. Feel that vast field of light and possibility, this quantum space, this vast field of light and possibility. And now, as you see this vast field of light and possibility, imagine, sense, visualize a being knowingness of the stars above radiating light down toward you. filling you with beneficial light brilliance, letting yourself receive any downloads, activations, codes that are beneficial for you, allowing this light to merge with the flashlight in your hand and the flame of the candle in your heart. Recognizing that this expansive light field is also in connection to your higher self soul, connection to divine source, the ever present, wise, deeply connected to your journey. Let yourself bask in this light energy, feeling a profound sense of unity and trust and support, receiving the wisdom. And as this is happening, allowing any non beneficial aspects from separation or anything that needs to be dissolved formally from the old field, allowing it to be cleared, allowing anything that's blocking being able to co create a new field, allowing that to be cleared to allow a co creation with a new field, inviting in any other beneficial connections, spirit guides for the highest good, or elements to support us that are for each person's highest good. And as this is happening, allow yourself to become more acquainted with these light energies, allowing to co create this field, this infinite divine source intelligence, co creation with you and the universe that's operating both personally and impersonally, individually and in the collective, really shifting to unity consciousness. And that's also seeking to encourage our highest evolutionary potentials, letting yourself invite and immerse in the fields of the higher self, soul, letting yourself experience this right here, right now, this alignment, this embodiment, the stronger relationship with your higher self soul, allowing it to be strengthened, to let yourself release anything that's non beneficial, to surrender any non beneficial personal agendas or anything from the collective that's non beneficial, and putting it into the hands of our higher self soul, strengthening our trust and allowing us to let go of anything that's non beneficial and to allow us to shift into greater embodiment to allow the light to shine through. Let yourself do this right now. Let yourself experience the influx of light that is the higher self soul as tangible reality. And if this is your first contact, allowing yourself to experience it, or if you've already been experiencing this connection, allow a much fuller immersion in the dimensions and the fields of the higher self soul. This experience is unique to each person, but it will also help support setting the light energy for the coming years of collective experience as well. It's in alignment with this intention, letting yourself extend this invitation, opening yourselves up to an ever stronger relationship with the higher self, soul, and then letting yourself also recognize if there's anything that needs to be surrendered or cleared or released from, or to strengthen your trust for your higher self soul in this process. If you have difficulty letting go of the reins, allowing yourself to work with your human to support, knowing that the human still is there working with the higher self soul, and letting yourself to strengthen that connection to truly allow the light of the truth of who you are to shine through. Be gentle with yourself in this process. It can take time. Be patient in the process of the unfolding. You may need to do this meditation a few times. Be patient. Let yourself now expand on the reflection questions. In navigating darkness, where in your life do you feel surrounded by uncertainty or fear? And with this strengthening of this connection of your higher self soul, is there any wisdom that's come in already? If not, be patient with the process. What inspiring steps can you take to illuminate those spaces? Let yourself receive the information, the download of the information, the wisdom, either right now or in the future, which then strengthen your connection to your future self to receive it as well. And now, trusting the flashlight, how can you use the practical guiding light of your higher self soul to make intentional, inspiring choices, even if the full path isn't clear? Now, honoring the candle, what does the gentle flame teach you about patience, presence, and the power of small but consistent, inspiring actions? And now, as you're expanding into possibility, when you imagine stepping into the star filled sky, even more so, and to expand it into possibilities of that quantum space, what dreams, inspirations, or possibilities begin to emerge? What dreams, inspirations, or possibilities begin to emerge? Connect to these intentions, affirmations. If they resonate with you, you can say them out loud or quietly to yourself. I trust the light of my higher self soul to guide me one step at a time. I trust the light of my higher self soul to guide me one step at a time. I trust the light of my higher self soul to guide me one step at a time. I am both the gentle flame and the infinite stars capable of transforming darkness into light. I am both the gentle flame and the infinite stars capable of transforming darkness into light. I am both the gentle flame and the infinite stars capable of transforming darkness into light. Even in uncertainty, I am supported, safe, and deeply connected to my higher self soul. Even in uncertainty, I am supported, safe, and deeply connected to my higher self soul. Even in uncertainty, I am supported, safe, and deeply connected to my higher self soul. Letting the words move through you, around you, allowing the light to fill in the spaces for the highest good. And then let yourself take a nice deep breath here. And we're going to let yourself slowly continue to bask in this energy, feeling that profound sense of unity and trust, recognizing this expansive field, your higher self soul, the ever present wise and deeply connected to your journey. And then allowing yourself to integrate the beneficial energies, allowing the light to fill in the spaces for the highest good. And then bring your awareness back now to the dark room that is now transformed by the light you've carried and are carrying. Let yourself step into this room. You are the light that is shining. Notice how the darkness feels different, less daunting, more balanced. Bring your awareness back to this dark room. Notice how transformed by the light you are carrying, the light of the truth of who you are that is shining out. You are the light that brightens the darkness. Feel the gratitude for the flashlight's clarity and the candle's steady presence, both of which symbolize the guidance and calm of your higher self soul. Allow yourself to integrate this light more deeply into your body, mind, spirit, into your multidimensional bodies. Visualize sensory knowingness that this light of the stars, the flashlight, the candle, blending into a single radiant light glow within you. Take a nice deep breath again, starting to bring awareness to the body, returning to the body, starting to move the body. Feel grounded, the groundedness and the presence. Check in to see maybe you feel lighter, more at peace. Whatever it is, give gratitude for yourself showing up and experiencing this. And take 3 slow, deep breaths to anchor this experience even more so. And then before we go, we just want to break the link. So you can say this after me if it resonates with you. I asked to break the links with this meditation. I asked to break the Reiki links, leaving only harmony and balance at either ends. I also asked to clear any residual energies being held in my body as a result of these links. I ask the light to fill the void, cells, rejuvenates, refreshes, revitalizes for the highest good with ease and grace, and so it is. And so it is, my friends. Asking this healing be sealed with love and light, this healing be sealed with love and light, this healing be sealed with light, and so it is. Take another deep breath. Bring awareness behind your eyes. Open your eyes if they were closed. And when you're ready, and let yourself carry the light of your higher self soul with you into the present moment. Thank you for joining me, my friends. And if you can, I really recommend after the meditation, write down any insights, images, or feelings that emerged during your journey of the meditation. Reflect on how the flashlight and candle symbols resonated with your current life experiences. And then also practice gratitude, giving any gratitude that came up, gratitude for the light within you and the guidance of your higher self soul. And if you are in my Inspiring You Show Patreon for the paid Patreon levels, I will be sharing journal questions that you can specifically ask as well. So with that, my friends, much, much love. Thank you for joining. Until